What if one bad first call cost you a $3,000 client last month? Welcome back to Career English Podcast. I'm James, and that's Alex. Today, 5 English words to run your first client call like a pro. By the end, you'll know the one question that makes new clients trust you in 60 seconds.
Okay, story time. Last Tuesday, I had a discovery call with a client in Berlin. He asked me, "What are your goals for our project?" And I froze. I didn't understand if he meant his goals or my goals. I just said, "Yes, good." It was bad.
Oh no, so you said yes to a question that wasn't a yes or no question. That happens a lot on first calls. The client wants to know your understanding of his goals. He's testing you. Did you ask him about the scope of the work after that?
No, I didn't. And that's my second problem. He said, "The scope is small, maybe 2 weeks." But 2 weeks is a timeline, not a scope. I got confused. Are scope and timeline the same thing?
Great question, and no, they're different. Scope is what work you do. Timeline is when you do it. He gave you both in one sentence, which is normal but confusing for new freelancers. Did he mention budget too?
Yes! He said his budget was flexible. I didn't know what to say. Should I have told him my price right there? Or should I have asked about next steps first?
Hold that thought. Let's slow down and walk through all 5 words because you use them all, and that's exactly what we're teaching today. Goals, scope, timeline, budget, next steps. These 5 words run every good first call.
Okay, start with goals. Why is that word so important on a first call? I usually jump to price or timeline. My Berlin client asked about goals first, and I think that's why I froze. What's the magic there?
Goals means the things the client wants to achieve. Not the work, not the money, the result. So you ask, what are your goals for this project? The client tells you the why. Then everything else makes sense.
Got it. And I noticed clients love when you say your goals instead of just the goals. It feels personal. They feel heard.
Exactly the right instinct. Next word, scope. Scope means what work is inside the project and what is not. If a client says, "Can you also do the logo?" and the logo is not in the scope, you can say no politely.
Wait, pushback time. What if the client gets angry when I say something is out of scope? I'm scared to lose the job.
Good fear, but wrong move. Saying that's out of scope actually makes clients trust you more. It shows you respect their budget. You can add, "I can do that, but it changes the scope and the price." That's professional.
Okay, third word. Timeline. This one I think I know. Timeline is the deadline, right? Like the final date when the work must be done? I always write deadline, May 30, in my proposals. So timeline and deadline, same thing for me.
Close, but not the same. A deadline is one date. A timeline is the whole plan from start to end. So you might say, "My timeline is 4 weeks, with the final delivery on May 30th. Timeline is the road. Deadline is the end of the road.
Oh, I like that. Timeline is the road. So on a first call, I should ask, "What timeline are you thinking?" Not, "When is the deadline?" It sounds softer and more professional.
Yes, much better. Now, word 4, budget. Budget is how much money the client can spend. This word scares many freelancers from India, Brazil, Indonesia, Turkey. But you must ask about budget on the first call, or you waste your time.
I disagree a little. Asking about budget too early feels rude in my culture. Is there a softer way?
Fair challenge. Try this. Do you have a budget range in mind for this project? The word range makes it soft. Or, what budget are you working with? Clients respect freelancers who ask about budget early. It saves everyone time.
Try saying this one with me. I'll say it first, then you say it in your own voice. Do you have a budget range in mind? Your turn. Easy, polite, and very professional.
And here's why it works. The word range tells the client you accept flexibility. You're not asking for one exact number. You're starting a conversation about budget, not demanding it. Clients feel safe, and you get the information you need.
Okay, last word. Next steps. This one sounds simple, but I always forget it. I finish the call, say goodbye, and then I'm at home thinking, wait, what did we agree? Then I write a confused email 2 days later. Bad look.
Next steps means what both of you do after the call ends. Always end a discovery call with next steps. Say, let's agree on next steps. I'll send a proposal by Friday, and you'll review it by Monday. That sentence wins jobs.
Let me try a fresh scene. I'm on a call with a client from Dubai. He says, I need a website, fast. What do I say? Walk me through it.
Start with goals. Tell me about your goals for this website. He answers. Then ask about scope. Is the scope just design or also content? Then timeline. What timeline are you working with? Then budget. Then next steps.
Wait, that's the whole call in 5 questions. Goals, scope, timeline, budget, next steps. It's like a checklist. Can I really run a discovery call with just these 5 words?
Yes, honestly, yes. I've coached freelancers in Brazil and Indonesia who doubled their close rate using exactly these 5 words. The structure makes you sound senior. Clients pay more when you sound organized.
Okay, one more pushback. What if the client has no budget answer? Like he says, I don't know, what do you charge? That happens to me on Upwork all the time.
Then you flip it back to scope. Say, budget depends on scope. Let's define the scope first, then I can give you a range. You stay in control. You don't give a price before you know the work. That's the rule.
Let me try one full sentence with all the pieces. My goals are to understand your project, agree on scope and timeline, talk about budget, and end with clear next steps. How did I do?
Almost perfect. One tiny fix. Say, understand your goals, not my goals are to understand. Otherwise, that sentence is exactly what a $50 an hour freelancer says on a first call. Memorize it. Use it Monday morning. Subscribe to Career English Podcast if you want more English for your freelance career. Next episode, we cover how to write the follow-up email after your discovery call, including the exact subject line clients open. Bring a pen.
And listeners in India, Brazil, Indonesia, Turkey, write down your 5 words today. Goals, scope, timeline, budget, next steps. Use them on your next client call and watch what happens.
Try this in your next email. Come back next episode and tell us how it went.